Hey everybody, welcome back to Desert Family Homestead. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And we are a family of four again, and we live on almost 3.5 acres in the Sonoran Desert in Arizona on a homestead. And yes, you can hear some of my ducks in the background. You'll also probably hear chickens because my garden is surrounded by ducks and chickens to help keep the ground squirrels out. What you're looking at, what we're doing today is a garden update. I haven't done one yet this year, I realized. But this is my zucchini plant. I had two. One didn't survive, but that's okay. Zucchini is zucchini. Very prolific. There are also some red onions planted in this. And then we come over here, and I had this full of bell pepper plants, and a lizard came in and ate on them. But if you look right there, there is still one stalk that is green, so I'm not giving up hope. And then that right there is an okra, because this is by where I had my okra last year. And then I also planted a bunch of onions in there. So the onions where you can. Coming over to the next bed. This is a beefsteak tomato plant. That's a slicing tomato, and I don't remember what kind it is. That is my Cherokee purple. Both of those the lizard got, and they're coming back. They looked like the pepper plant did, so that's why I have left it. This is a cantaloupe vine. It's struggling, but I'm hoping that it works out. Plus there are onions planted in this bed. That little brown stick right there, I don't know if you can see it very well, but that was a yellow pear tomato. It did not make a comeback. So all of this here is white onions. That is a honeydew vine. Anyway, it's supposed to. It looks kind of like a watermelon, but it's supposed to be honeydew. That is another beefsteak tomato. And that one over there, and I'll come back around to it after a while, but that's another yellow pear, and it has been leafing out. So it is making a comeback. This bed right here is my potatoes this year. And hopefully I don't just have pretty plants and no potatoes like I did last year. Last year I had beautiful plants. They flowered and everything, and ended up with no potatoes. Don't know what happened. It's a totally different bed this year. This has carrots in it, and as you can see, some little green there. Come in. They are sprouting slowly but surely, and that's okay. So that tire is nothing but carrots. Had my children help me with this year. Have not finished filling in the slots. We will put soil in all of those so I can use those for planting also. And normally what I plant when I have a raised bed made out of cinder blocks, what I usually plant in my slots are some root crops like radishes, carrots, onions, beets, things like that. So it's amazing how much more growing space you get when you utilize those slots. And all you do is you just set your blocks side by side. But I have sunflowers and radishes and some beets planted in the actual bed. I did plant some strawberry crowns, but they never came up, so I said, okay, we'll just replant something else. Maybe they'll come up next year. This is the yellow squash with onions in there, and you can see a couple of them growing. And that is a yellow squash also, and there are some growing on that one. And here we are around on the other side where I can show you that this yellow pear is coming back. Yippee! And yes, there are a little bit of weeds in here. I need to do some weeding. I've been doing some cleanup in here. There's that one, and as you can see, it's got a few squash on there too. I've already warned my new neighbors that they're getting squash and zucchini this summer, and she said cool. My strawberries, I usually get a little handful every morning, so it's my little treat. My daughter loves strawberries, but I'm the one out here working, so I'm the one who gets to eat them. I have garlic planted in this one. This little bed has some onions in it right now. I'm going to replant my slicing cucumbers. And this one I replanted pickling cucumbers, and there are some onion bulbs in there too. And then my asparagus bed, and yes, there is one there that'll be ready probably tomorrow, and there's about 10 of them that'll be ready in a few days to harvest. That's my asparagus bed, and over in that front corner right there, I did plant some spinach, romaine, and leaf lettuce. And yes, they will grow for a while and provide lettuce for my family, even though it's hot here. Another tire with garlic in it and some onion bulbs. Like I said, onion bulbs are just planted wherever I can plant them. Planted chard in there, it did not come up, so I just filled it up with onions. I got my chives. I need to harvest some and harvest seeds here soon. This bed has beets in it. Realized I probably should have started on this side and went the other way with the shade. But yeah, right there where you can see the dirt's a little is where I have it. And then if you come down, see, there's a couple of asparagus, and there's one right, well, I can't get it to her, right in there. So, but there's others spread through there. And then this bed, I had a watermelon vine in last year. I planted okra, started watering, and I guess I had some watermelon seeds in there, because this is more than one watermelon vine. There is a few of them here, but that's okay. We like watermelon, as do the new neighbors. And there's a blossom there. So I'll be willing to share. All she was able to do was get some tomato plants in this year. So I'll share. I don't care. Doesn't bother me none. And if I can get back a little ways. And this is my sweet corn. Most all of it came up. There's also, surprise, a bunch of basil plants. So I will share that with the new neighbor also. I already told her. And she said, yay, she likes fresh basil. So that is my garden for 2023. And as you can see, sunshades are up. I did have to go buy a third one because of the damaged one. If you've been on here before, you've seen that I had a damaged one. And I put these posts in here so that it pushes the top up for me so I can walk underneath them. But there we go. There you have it. We have a garden for 2023. We have lots growing. Things already blossoming, producing. So things making a comeback, thankfully. But yeah, with the shade cover over the asparagus bed, I am able to harvest asparagus all summer long. When it gets really, really hot, it does slow down some, but because it is shaded, I am able to still harvest, and I get enough that I can throw it in stir fries, in a quiche, things like that. So may not be enough for my family to have it as a meal, but I get to throw it into things and help stretch things out. But we will talk soon. Keep gardening. God bless.